So another area that I have seen the LIAG valve be a really good drop-in replacement for an aged facility is the old school rubber plug shutter valve. Are you familiar with?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's a valve that was really, I think, the vanilla standard 50 years ago, perhaps. And those are often required an operator to go out and loosen a nut on the bottom. I used to watch people take a rubber hammer and smack the bottom of the valve to loosen them. And then a guy would run around with a rubber glove and move them around while the CIP cycles were going on. And then they were still terrible as far as cleaning because the rubber would get scarred in them pretty quickly. And then that scarring was just this magnificent harborage point for bacteria. So people would eventually send those off and have new rubber vulcanized onto them at an enormous cost.
Yeah.
And then they would have hygiene problems from them. And all that I just said is assuming the operator actually went out, loosened the nut,
and
moved them, broke them loose. Your valve really is conceptually similar technology, only clean. And am I right in saying that it's purchasable with the same drop-in replacement as your historical? So if you have a factory that already has these valves, you're having hygiene valves, you can.
Yeah, you just pull out those, old rubber plug valves, drop ours in, clamp them into place. It's very simple. Again, we'll customize the port-to-port dimensions so that, even with the TC ferrule, they'll drop right in perfect. We do that for free. We do it just as a free service because, obviously it's in our best interest to replace a competitor. But yeah, those rubber plug valves, look, they're good for what they were made for. They were made to be cleaned out of place.
They were great at a place and time.
Yes.
But that has passed.
Yes, 100%. And when they, you have to send those out to get revulcanized, and less companies are doing that. So the pool of available technicians that can do that is shrinking. But sooner or later, you're just not going to be able to replace them, or the cost is going to be so high that why are you even bothering, right?
Yeah, I've found new ones are price prohibitive in most cases.
Well, and I've talked to operators about those plug valves too, and they talk about if you mix up the housing with the plug that's supposed to get into it, good luck getting that plug into a different housing.
They'll wear in. Yeah, they'll wear in, and the plug will need to go back in the right one.
Yeah, it has to go into the very same housing. So we do that too.
And yours are interchangeable. Like if for some reason people took two of them apart,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, the pieces are.
Our
fit back.
wearing parts are modular, so in the same size, the same, different types of valves will have the same wearing parts. So a three-way divert valve, a two-way straight, a two-way L, pig diverter Y valve, the tank outlet valve, all in the same size, all the same parts. They're interchangeable. Our Venturi powder induction valve has one additional O-ring. That's the only difference. So it's incredibly convenient. You don't have to tag the wear parts, when you take it apart and put it back together. It's not a big deal. And then we can also, we replace there are shutter valves that we can replace too, like the Coltec. Those are not CIP-able, they're not full bore, pretty bad pressure drop because of the stem that goes through. They're complicated to take apart and put back together. So again, we'll customize the port-to-port dimensions for free, pull those out, drop ours in, and we can even use the Coltec actuators on our valves.
Yeah, so you can replace Coltec valves pretty easily as well.
Yeah, 100%.